How's it going, guys? Red Guru here, back with another video. It's been a long time, but I want to talk about how to let go of anxiety. The way to let go of anxiety is to literally just let anxiety go. It's literally to let anxiety do whatever it wants to do. Like, that doesn't mean act on your anxiety. It doesn't mean like hit someone because you're anxious, but it means like allowing the anxiety to be in your body and sit there and like go through everything it needs to go through. It needs to literally like burn up in your body. It'll never go away if you never let it just burn up. Most people, what they do is when they want to let go, or when they don't want their anxiety, they push it away, or they like try to distract themselves. They go on YouTube, they do something, and that pushes it away. It doesn't make the anxiety burn up. They think because they feel better, because they are watching a video, that the anxiety has gone away, but really what happened was you just put it in the background. What you really need to do is, when the anxiety arises, really feel it. Like for me, anxiety is in my chest. So when the anxiety comes up, I feel it in my chest and I let it just burn and I let it go. And yeah, it sucks, and like sometimes my breathing gets bad and everything, but I just allow the anxiety to be there. I allow it to just flow through my body. And eventually, sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's an hour. Eventually, the anxiety just subsides. And when the anxiety finally, you'll know that that you let go of the anxiety when all of a sudden you're flooded with just positivity. Like, it completely goes away. You can't find the anxiety anywhere. That's when you know that the anxiety has gone away. And that doesn't mean it went away forever. Like, tomorrow, it could come up again, but if you do the same thing, you allow it to be in your chest or wherever the anxiety is. If it's in your head, you allow it to be there. You allow it to burn, allow it to just do whatever it needs to do inside your body. Don't allow it to take over your actions and start hitting people or causing problems, but allow it to just burn in your body and go and do whatever it needs to do. Maybe breathe. Sometimes what I do is I breathe into it and I just allow it to just like go through my body and do whatever it needs to do and just burn up. I really make sure I'm feeling it the whole way. And it might come back the next day after you do this. It might go away. 10 minutes, an hour, you do this and it goes away. And then tomorrow you wake up and it comes back. Just do it again. And what you'll see is it'll go away faster this time. You'll see it, like, what you'll see is sometimes it won't go away, but like it's there. And you aren't like scared of it as much anymore, because you know that like when you felt it yesterday, it went away on its own, and it's not as strong. Like, where like yesterday it hurt so bad that like you felt like you were gonna freak out, but today it feels like it still hurts and like it feels bad, but it feels like it's not as strong. It feels like it goes away a lot faster. And then this day, say it went away in 30 minutes yesterday, it might go away in 20 minutes this time. And then all you have to do with this emotion is just do it over and over again. Every time it comes up, you just allow it to come up. Excuse me, that's gross. You allow it to come up. You allow it to go away. You allow it to do whatever it needs to do. You allow it to go anywhere. If it needs to go into your arms, let it go into your arms. If it needs to flow, wherever the anxiety goes, whatever the anxiety does, let it do it inside your body and allow it to just disappear on its own and go out on its own. You might end up just taking a deep breath and all of a sudden it's gone, right? Like, you need to just let your anxiety do whatever it needs to do, and eventually the anxiety will go away. And this is how you truly let it go. You let it go. Let it go. So let it go. Let it move. Let it do what it needs to do. Like, let it be. That's better to let something go. You really just need to let it be. Let it do what it needs to do. Don't allow it, like, you don't want to allow it to, like, you don't want to act on it. You don't want to like slap someone because you're scared. You don't want to scream at someone because you're anxious, but you want to sit there, and it's good to do it like by yourself and alone, but you want to sit there and allow the anxiety to be there, allow it to do what it needs to do, and just eventually, like I said, it could take 10, 20, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours it could take. Like, the stronger your anxiety is, the longer it takes. But if you just sit there and just allow it to do what it needs to do, I promise you it'll go away. It always does. I've never not had it go away. I've never had it just stay there forever. Eventually it goes away. You just watch it Just allow it to do everything it needs to do, and then it just burns. It just goes away. And then what happens is when it burns up, you feel so good. You feel so relaxed. Sometimes you feel like you can almost sleep. You feel like you can sleep better because you're just so relaxed, and you feel so much better. You can do this at any time, and like eventually, at first you want to do this alone, right? At first you want to try to, it's because it's hard to focus, but you want to sit there and do it like alone in maybe a dark room or something, really relaxed, like where you don't have a lot of distractions, and you just allow it to do what it needs to do. But then what happens is once you start getting good at this, it won't be so strong that you need to focus so hard. You can literally just, while you're talking to people, you'll see that the anxiety comes up, and you typically what you would do is like, oh no, I'm talking, I gotta push it down. But no, this time when the anxiety comes up, you allow it to be there, and you can have a complete conversation, and anxiety's there, but it's not taking over you, and it's burning up on its own. And then almost the conversation becomes better. You'll actually see that like you'll have a better conversation, or whatever you're doing becomes better, because that anxiety, like you feel better after it burns up. It gives you better emotion. So this is how to let go of anxiety. I've been plagued with anxiety my whole life, and this is the only way that I've felt that it goes away. And I truly think that if you did this, if a lot more people did this, a lot more people would feel a lot better a lot more of the time. So I love you guys. Red Guru out.